Have you ever seen a moment when a single thing changes everything? That is exactly what just happened. A factory opened in Canada, and it shocked the United States. Not just a little shock, a big one. The kind of shock that makes politicians in Washington sit up and pay attention. The kind of shock that makes business owners in Detroit worried about their future. And the best part? Most Americans never saw it coming. For a very long time, America was the king of making things. Cars, machines, electronics. If something was built in North America, it was probably built in the USA. Canada was known for trees, oil, and nice people, but not for big factories, not for high-tech manufacturing. That was the old story. But stories change, and this story is changing right now. Picture this in your mind. Somewhere in Alberta, there's a huge piece of land covered in snow. But on that land, something big has just come to life. A factory. But not just any factory. This is one of the biggest and most advanced battery factories in the whole world. We are talking about a building so large that you could fit multiple football fields inside it. And inside this building, something amazing is happening. They're making batteries. But these are not the batteries you put in your TV remote. These are giant batteries for electric cars. The kind of batteries that power the future. Now, why does this matter so much? Why is America shocked? Let me break it down for you in simple words. The whole world is moving toward electric vehicles. Every country wants to stop using gas and start using electricity for cars. That means the demand for batteries is going through the roof. And not just a little bit. We are talking about millions and millions of batteries. The country that makes these batteries controls a big part of the future economy. America thought they would control this market. They passed big laws. They gave billions of dollars in tax breaks to companies that build batteries in the USA. They thought they had it all figured out. But they forgot one thing. Canada has something they don't have. Raw materials. The stuff that batteries are made of. Lithium, nickel, cobalt. These materials come from the ground, and Canada has a lot of them. A whole lot. So here is what makes this factory so special. The materials are mined in Canada, they are processed in Canada, and now they are turned into batteries in Canada. Everything in one place. That is what experts call a closed loop, and it is brilliant. Because when everything is in one place, you save money, you save time, and you have more control. American companies have to get their materials from different countries, sometimes from far away. That takes time, that costs money. And sometimes problems happen. Ships get delayed, prices go up. But this Canadian factory, they don't have those problems. The materials are right here, close by, safe and sound. Before we go deeper into this story, I want to take a quick moment. If you are watching this video and you care about Canada's place in the world, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Canada Global Economics. This channel is all about helping you understand how Canada is growing and changing. We break down big topics into simple stories. And trust me, there are many more stories like this coming your way. So hit subscribe and join our community. Okay, let's get back to the factory. So this place is now open. It is running. And it is making batteries at a speed that is impressing everyone. But here is the thing that really bothers America. This factory is not just about batteries. It is about something bigger. It is about showing the world that Canada can play in the big leagues. That we are not just a country that ships raw materials to other places. We are a country that can make finished products. High-tech products. Products that the world needs. Think about the jobs for a minute. This factory has created thousands of jobs. Not just any jobs. Good jobs. High-paying jobs. Jobs for engineers. Jobs for technicians. Jobs for people who know how to run advanced machines. Young Canadians who might have thought about moving to the US for work now have a reason to stay home. They can build a career right here in Canada. They can buy a house here. Raise a family here. That is a big deal. And it is not just about the jobs inside the factory. When you build something this big, it creates a ripple effect. Local restaurants get more customers. Local stores sell more goods. Construction companies stay busy. Trucking companies have more work. The whole community grows. The whole region benefits. That is what we call economic development. And it is happening right now in Alberta. Now let's talk about why America is so shocked. You have to understand the American mindset. For a long time, they believed they were the only game in town. They thought no one else could compete with them in high-tech manufacturing. They looked at Canada and saw a friendly neighbor who sells oil and wood. They never expected Canada to build something that could challenge their dominance. And that is exactly what this factory does. It challenges them. Some American politicians are already getting nervous. They are asking questions. They are wondering if Canada is playing fair. But here's the truth. Canada is playing smart. We are using what we have. We have the resources. We have the clean energy. We have the skilled workers. And now we have the factory. That is not cheating. That is just good strategy. And let's be honest. America has been playing this game for a long time. They have used their power to control industries. They have used their money to attract companies. Now Canada is doing the same thing. And honestly, it feels pretty good. It feels good to see Canada winning. It feels good to see our country stepping up and taking its place on the world stage. But this is just the beginning. This factory is like a statement. It tells the world that Canada is open for business, that we are serious about the future, that we are not going to sit back and let others take the lead. And other countries are noticing. Investors are noticing. Companies are noticing. They see what is happening here, and they want to be part of it. The next few years are going to be very interesting. America will have to decide how to respond. Will they try to compete by building better factories? Will they try to work with Canada? Or will they try to fight us with trade rules and taxes? No one knows for sure, but one thing is certain. This factory has changed the game, and there is no going back. So here's what I want you to take away from this video. Canada is doing something special. Welcome back to Canada Global Economics. A Canadian factory has shocked the United States. A battery plant in Alberta is changing everything. But now it is time to go deeper. Now it is time to talk about the real impact, the money, the jobs, the power, and why America is actually scared. Not just a little nervous, actually scared. Let me start with some numbers, because numbers tell the real story. This factory can make enough batteries for about 500,000 electric vehicles every single year. Think about that number for a second. 500,000 cars. That is more than some car companies make in their entire history. These are not small batteries. These are big, powerful batteries that can run a car for hundreds of miles. Every year, 500,000 cars worth of batteries coming out of one Canadian factory. Now here is where it gets interesting. The factory is not even running at full power yet. Right now, it is just getting started. But the plans are big. The company that built it is already talking about expansion. They want to double the size, maybe even triple it. If that happens, we're talking about millions of batteries every year. Millions. That is enough to power a huge part of North America's electric cars. But where do the materials come from? This is the smart part. Canada has huge amounts of lithium. Lithium is the most important thing in a battery. Without it, you cannot make electric cars. And Canada has some of the best lithium in the world. It is in the ground in places like Northern Ontario and Quebec. For a long time, Canada just dug up this lithium and sold it to other countries. They would ship it to Asia. Other countries would turn it into batteries, and they would make all the money. But not anymore. Now that lithium stays in Canada, it gets dug up in Ontario, it gets sent to Alberta, and right there in that factory, it gets turned into finished batteries, ready to go into cars. That means the money stays here, the jobs stay here, the technology stays here. This is what we call keeping the value at home. And it is a game changer. Now let me tell you why this is driving America crazy. The United States passed a big law called the Inflation Reduction Act. It gives huge tax breaks to companies that build batteries in America. They thought this would bring all the battery factories to their country. They thought Canada would just watch from the side, but they forgot something important. Companies want stability. They want to know that their materials are safe. They want to know that their supply chain is not going to break. And Canada offers that stability. Our electricity comes from clean sources like hydropower. That means making batteries here is better for the environment. Our government is stable. Our workers are skilled. And we have the materials right here. So even with America's tax breaks, companies are looking at Canada. They are seeing that building here makes sense, not just for today, but for the long term. Some American business writers are already writing about this. They are asking hard questions. They are wondering if their country made a mistake. They thought they could control everything, but they forgot about the power of natural resources. You cannot make batteries without lithium, and Canada has the lithium that gives us power, real power. Think about what this means for trade. In the past, if America got into a fight with Canada about something, they could put taxes on our wood or our cheese. It would hurt, but we would get through it. But now if they fight with us, we have something they need. They need our batteries for their cars. They need our lithium for their factories. That changes the whole relationship. Now we have leverage. Now we have something to protect our interests. And this is just the beginning. Because once you have one successful factory, others follow. Other companies see what is happening. They see that Canada is a good place to build. They see that the workers are here, the materials are here, the power is here. So they start thinking, maybe we should build here too. Maybe Canada is the place to be. There's already talk about semiconductor factories, computer chips. Another thing the world needs desperately. If Canada can get into that game, it would be huge. And it all starts with this battery plant. This plant is proving that we can do it. It is proving that Canada is not just a place that digs stuff out of the ground. We are a place that makes things, high-tech things, important things. Let me tell you a quick story. There's a young man in Alberta. His name is Mike. Mike just finished engineering school. A few years ago, he thought he would have to move to the United States to find a good job. He was looking at companies in California and Texas. But then this factory opened. He applied, he got a job. Now he works right there in that factory. He makes good money. He stays close to his family. He bought a house. His whole life changed because of this factory. Mike's story is not special. It is happening to hundreds of people, maybe thousands soon. Young Canadians who would have left are now staying. They are building careers here. They are building lives here. That is what economic development really means. It is not just about numbers on a page. It is about real people, real families, real futures. And it is not just the workers inside the factory. Think about all the other jobs. People who drive trucks to bring materials, people who clean the factory, people who work in restaurants near the factory, people who build houses for the new workers. One big factory creates hundreds of small jobs all around it. The whole community grows. The whole region gets stronger. Now let me ask you something. Have you noticed how quiet Canada has been about this? We did not make a big show. We did not have a big parade. We just built it quietly, carefully. And then one day, it was done. And the world woke up and saw what we had done. That is the Canadian way. We do not brag. We just work. And then we let the results speak for themselves. But make no mistake, the Americans noticed. They noticed big time. Their newspapers are full of stories about this factory. Their politicians are talking about it. Some are angry, some are worried. Some are saying, we need to work with Canada, not fight with Canada. It is interesting to watch. Because for so long, they did not think about us much. They took us for granted. Now they have to think about us. Now they have to pay attention. So what happens next? That is the big question. America has choices. They can try to compete, build better factories, train more workers. That would be good for everyone. Competition makes everyone better. Or they can try to fight, put up trade barriers, make it hard for Canadian batteries to cross the border. That would be bad. That would hurt both countries. But sometimes, when people are scared, they do things that are not smart. We will have to wait and see. But one thing is certain. Canada is not going back to the old days. We are not just a resource colony anymore. We are a manufacturing nation. And this factory proved it. Every battery that comes out of that building is proof. Proof that we can do it. Proof that we belong at the big table. Proof that the future is bright. They have a lot of people. But they do not have all the materials. They have to get them from somewhere. They can get them from countries far away, countries like China or Chile, or they can get them from their friend next door, from Canada. Which one makes more sense? The one next door, of course. It is closer, it is safer, it is more reliable. And now we can even make the finished products here. That makes us even more valuable. Some people worry that America will try to push us around, that they will use their power to take advantage of us. But here's the truth. When you have something that someone else needs, you have power too. It is not one-sided. It is a two-way street. They need our materials. They need our batteries. And we need their market. It is a partnership. And good partnerships are based on respect, not on one person telling the other what to do. I want to tell you about someone I met recently. Her name is Sarah. She lives in a small town in Alberta, not too far from the new factory. Sarah used to work at a coffee shop. She made minimum wage. She struggled to pay her bills. But when the factory opened, she saw an opportunity. She took a training program. She learned new skills. Now she works at the factory. She makes 3 times what she used to make. She bought a car. She's saving for a house. Her whole life changed. Sarah's story is important because it shows what is possible. It shows that when we build things in Canada, real people benefit. Not just big companies, not just rich investors, regular people, people like you and me. That is what economic development should be about, lifting everyone up, giving everyone a chance. But we have to be smart. We cannot just sit back and wait for more factories to come. We have to make them come. We have to train our workers. We have to build our infrastructure. We have to make it easy for companies to invest here. That means good roads, good internet, good schools, good training programs. All of these things matter. All of these things help us compete. And we have to tell our story. We have to let the world know what Canada has to offer. That is one reason I started Canada Global Economics, to tell these stories, to show the world that Canada is a place of opportunity, a place of innovation, a place where things get built. And every time one of you watches, likes, comments, and shares, you help tell that story. You help spread the word. So thank you for that. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever thought about working in one of these new industries? Maybe not making batteries, but something else. Something in tech or green energy or advanced manufacturing. The opportunities are coming. They are real. And they are going to need people. People with skills. People with drive. People who want to build something. Maybe that is you. Maybe your kids. Maybe someone you know. The future is wide open. But we also have to be realistic. There will be challenges. America will not just let us take their market without a fight. There will be trade disputes. There will be political pressure. There will be times when things get hard. That is normal. That is part of the game. The question is not whether there will be problems. The question is how we handle them. Do we give up? Do we back down? Or do we stand tall and fight for what is ours? I think we stand tall. I think we fight, not with weapons, with smart policy, with good products, with skilled workers, with determination. That is how you win in the global economy. Not by being the biggest, not by being the loudest, by being the smartest, by being the best. And Canada can be the best. We have everything we need. We just have to believe in ourselves. Think about where we were 20 years ago. 20 years ago, people laughed if you talked about Canada becoming a manufacturing power. They said we were just a resource country, a place that digs holes in the ground and ships stuff away. Look at us now. Look at this factory. Look at the thousands of jobs. Look at the world paying attention. We are not the same country we used to be. We are better, stronger, more confident, and this is just the start. 20 years from now, people will look back at this moment. They will say, that factory in Alberta, that was the turning point. That was when everything changed. And they will be right, because moments like this do not come along very often. When they do, you have to grab them. You have to make the most of them, and that is exactly what we're doing. So here is my final message to you. Be proud. Be proud of what Canada is building. Be proud of the workers who make it happen. Be proud of the communities that support it. And be excited for the future, because the future is bright. The future is Canadian, and we are just getting warmed up. Before I go, I have one last request. If you made it this far, if you watched all 3 parts of this story, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. Someone who cares about Canada. Someone who wants to understand the big picture. Someone who wants to be part of the conversation. So please, take a second. Hit that like button. It helps more people find this video. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think about Canada's future. Do you think we can become a major manufacturing power? What industries should we focus on next? I read every comment, and I really want to know your thoughts. Also, if you know someone who needs to hear this story, share this video with them, send it to a friend, post it on social media, text it to your family. The more people who understand what is happening in Canada, the stronger we all become. And while you're at it, make sure you are subscribed to Canada Global Economics. Hit that bell icon too. That way you will never miss a video. We have so many more stories to tell. Stories about Canadian success, stories about our economy, stories about our future. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being part of this community. This is Canada Global Economics signing off. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, the best is yet to come.